Hey, this is me again, and I welcome you to episode 4 of our series, The Unheard Course. So, on 21st of July, I've received this email. I know it's been more than a month, but yeah, let's get started with the email first. So, hey, in bracket, the winning eye. Firstly, I really love the vibe you share and the way you express yourself. I recently stumbled across your videos and went through some of them, and that convinced me to confess that I feel as if I am the exact you, but a male version. I too was a topper until grade 8, honestly grade 10th, but post corona times in grade 9, the sections in our school were mixed due to which I was exposed to really nasty lustful peers. I've always been the sweet little kid who had a tender kind heart raised by parents. I didn't have malice within me, and Loki was feminine by then too. In bracket, hit puberty later. That made me an easy target to them. They firstly tried destroying me, but once that failed, they severely bullied me, abuses, dreaming, and I had no escape. And honestly, I was weak. I didn't want to go to school those days. I didn't even know the double meaning words they used. And so one day I asked my parents about that, which led to them complaining about this stuff in school, which led me bullied even more. And that led me trying to become like them and seem cool by demeaning girls and losing myself to prevent that bullying, but had no effect. I got into dummy school for grade 11th for JE and I was mentally down bad. Not depressed, but it haunted me. The defamation in public was shit. But but a time alone was almost a mental comeback. I came to know about people like David Goggins and Andrew Tate. In bracket, I don't listen to his opinion on women though. I eventually got it helped me eventually become the man and get rid of the trauma. I was very introvert trying to improve on that. Now I have insanely gotten better mentally and my mindset is better than ever. Never going back to that shit. I did everything to become mentally and physically tough to always protect the tender and pure heart and mentality I have. Hit the gym, best physique of my life, spent time mastering MMA, and now I am a district level MMA athlete. I guess MMA is a martial arts, right? Still, still preserving the cute little self I have always had. Life maxing, soul maxing, having a body that I feel confident in, and preserving a mind free of filth. Currently a dropper. That felt like a playback of the memories, but grateful to those for they let me got better than ever. Thanks, dear, for the things you share and remember. You are a lovely and worthy. Life is more than stresses and exams. Never keep things to yourself or carry the burden. You are a strong girl, but if things go downhill, do feel free to share it. I'll be happy. Have a wonderful day. Then he sent me another email. I was extremely alone during those days. Never shared anything with anyone, but suffer all that very alone. But it was good because and taught me the value of real friendship. And another story was back when I was in grade 11. I had this idea of making money online stuff, which I believed in with everything I had. Acquiring a real skill, but was brutally thrust down on that by my parents too. But by that, I have become too mentally strong to criticize my parents. Criticize my parents, all right. They are the reason I am decent human being, and that I might have been their way of thinking good about me and guiding me through a better path. And I eventually ended up failing miserable at JE and boards class 12th. Once we scored 96% in class 10th, now when I reflect back, I feel that that phase might have actually been important to foster a stronger and better man. And in the previous mail, in bracket a small mistake, I was the one who would give curses. I wasn't the one who would give curses or demean women to look cool, but it was because I wasn't the one that they tried to get me into that. Now I can fight the toughest of battles on my own, but somewhere I do feel the loneliness of having nobody. But gotta keep going for the dreams and aspirations. There's nothing bigger than life, and hearing your story was just so heartily moving that I had to wrap this. And you just seem so soulful. Never lose yourself to the miseries and the cruel world. Take care. So this is the email I've received on 21st of July. And I don't have much to say about this email because it in itself is such a beautiful email. The way he articulated his experience is so beautiful, right? And I know it is so difficult to tell someone or write someone your or to write your life story. Because okay, let me give you an example, right? If I ask you about your favorite movie, right? So the moment you start talking about your favorite movie, right? Your mind recalls all the scenes from that movie, right? You remember the dialogues, you remember the characters, you remember the scene that stayed with you, right? So when you are watching a movie, you are basically experiencing emotions but from a certain distance, right? But what that would be like when you are the character in the story you are telling, right? So basically, when you start telling someone your life story, your mind actually replays all the memories, all the incidents that has happened to you, right? How you felt at that particular time, and everything that comes along with it, right? And sometimes it feels more like revealing the moments which you thought you had already moved past, right? So it is difficult, right? But I'm proud of him that he has shared a part of his life with me, right, and with us, right? And to all the teenagers out there, I just want to tell you one thing that just imagine if I had met this person days back then, years back then, when he was going through all these things, right? He would have told me that maybe I don't deserve this, maybe I'm not capable of doing this, maybe I don't love myself, this life is a shitty thing and everything that comes along with it. But just now, just look at himself, right? How beautifully he has articulated the whole thing, right? So, there are times in our life when we doubt ourselves, right? And maybe unintentionally, sometimes we are surrounded by the environment or the people, that make us question our own worth. And at that time, it's so, it becomes so easy to, खुद के अगेंस्ट चले जाना, right? But you need to remember that you have to be with yourself, right? You have to be with yourself, give yourself some patience, and be all right, try to be all right. Because for me, I don't think that the strongest person are necessarily the people, uh, who have zero tolerance for hatred, or who are good at pretending that उनको कोई चीज़ें हर्ट नहीं करती, या who are so good at uh, dealing with bullies and everything. I don't think the strongest people are necessarily these kind of people. I guess the most strongest people are the ones who have seen themselves at their weakest, right? And still they chose to continue life, right? So you need to remember this, right? And the terms you have used to describe success as soul maxing and life maxing, right? So I know, when you are struggling in life, and after that, when you achieve something after such a long period of time, and the happiness and the soothing feelings which comes along with that, it's a different kind of, it's a different kind of feeling, it's a different kind of experience, and it is so soothing, when you achieve something in your life after struggling a lot for that particular thing or something, right? So it's such a beautiful feeling, right? And still, I don't have much to say about this email because it itself is such a beautiful email, right? But और तो मुझे ऐसा कुछ लगता नहीं है, right? So yeah, I guess it's time to end this video, right? So thank you to the person who have sent me this email, and you have wrote it beautifully, right? And yeah, I guess it's time to end this video. So thank you for stopping by, because trust me, no one really died. This is the feeling.